Well, hello there. I wanted to check in with everyone to see how you were doing as we progress through our advancement of our spiritual journeys. We've been working with the archetypes of Carolyn Myss and her wonderful light and shadow attributes. We've been working with the V-Friends community, evolving them into more powerful ways of existing. We've been uncovering Hollywood. We've been uncovering the social media influencer versus educator. We've been creating fun content as well as a variety of educational pieces for people to enjoy. We've been bringing awareness to the realities of what's going on the internet, including our government systems, which include the perfect team, which I represented in a video to show you that they literally created an polar opposite of what I'm up to, of telling the truth, to come back at me as a defense to show you that this book is a mirage when it's reality. We've been talking about essential oils and the assistance of what essential oils can do for your health and wellness. We've been uncovering so many different things of obvious behaviors of how we're attached to the machine and how we're really codependent and too trusting of our government systems. It is all happening perfectly as it should, but we as individuals have to take responsibilities for our own lives, which is the point of all of this. Meaning you are attached to the machine, which disempowers you, which then allows them to portray things a certain way to make you believe certain things so certain people can only win. And that is the problem. Meaning there is abundance for all on this planet, and that is what we will represent to you through the content that I create with Gary Vaynerchuk. Is there anything else that we've created that we need to discuss? There's actually a lot of other things like yoga and fitness, letting you know that they've tried to even disempower you from your food to your health, meaning your ability to go to the gym, your ability to get on the mat, your want and desire to feel free in your life. Nuh-uh, that would be the one that's the victim or a servant to the Democratic Party. So these are the things that you as a person need to take a look at to see where you stand in all of it, because some of you are just pure evil and some of you are mind manipulated to believe into things that aren't true, meaning you're just ignorant, meaning you didn't have the educational background that you needed to enlighten yourselves, nor did you have a desire to. Then there's the folks that see the truth, but they don't know what to do with that truth. It's quite simple. However, it's really complicated. But I've shown you in working with the Hollywood, the music industry, internet sources, how I'm being suppressed, meaning I have valuable content to create and give to the world. However, if you take a look at my views, you'll see that because it's so powerful, I'm being suppressed into being viewed by only 500 people, which I know are mostly bots. The potential for my videos to get viewed is almost zero. Even if I were to pay thousands of dollars, they would still keep me at zero, which is the horror of all of it. Once again, I want to remind you what I'm up to, which is assisting you to become empowered. So when the social media influencer walks down the street in a copy with an umbrella from a previous video that I made last year, and then I'm able to recreate the video in a more powerful way once again as an ad to remind you to go with the flow, I want to remind you that you do not have to be affected by that video, her video, that's abusive to you. Look at how beautiful I am. Versus the magic of what an umbrella is. If you recall what an umbrella used to be when you were young, it was when you jumped off the picnic table and you held the umbrella and you jumped off the table thinking the umbrella like Mary Poppins. Like Mary Poppins. would keep you floating. However, we all knew in Logic Land that that wouldn't work. However, we tried it anyway. So you want to take a look at the differences between what they're up to, which is no imagination, no creative, all selfish, versus what I'm up to, which is showing you what magic is, what storytelling is, what corruption looks like, what the internet has been up to on all platforms, and what as a mass virality system it can do to us as a society. And we're seeing the results of the Kardashian clan as they attempt to go to Australia with the female lead. We all know something ain't right over there, don't we, Australia? So it's all a powerful, imperfectly perfect, purposeful awakening for not just the United States of America, y'all, but for the entire globe. This is not just about America. However, it is the source, because like I've said to you before, it's a location for everyone to come to. We're like a mishmash of cultures. We want Australia to keep their culture. We want Iran to keep their culture. We want China to keep their culture. We want you to come here and to be able to experience your culture, but you will come here and you will express our culture in a respectful way, meaning you will not come in here and make the USA China. We will do business with you, but our number one priority is our American people. Not money, but the American people. And when we see an opportunity for both parties and we need assistance, then we will go to other countries. You want to realize that this world is one world, and we are all in partnership for successes, meaning the fact that certain people have billions of dollars while people in Africa, as they scream and yell BLM, there's a problem and a disconnect in what you're thinking in your head, because you ain't BLM and you didn't come on a slave ship, did you? You were born right here in America, which makes you just American. However, the just American gives them a little hit in the head because they find value in using the word black, because it puts them in a separate group, what they consider elitists. However, the double negative, or the polarity as you like to call it, is the fact that they actually think that they're being abused because they ain't getting stuff for free, which is the evolution of the welfare mind. Meaning the government pays for everything while you lay on the couch, no, smoking weed. Where's my check? Well, what do you need a check? Why do you deserve the check? Well, because I don't feel like working. Well, I know how to work the system. That's Black Lives Matter. Whether you white, whether you black. What's the system for? It's for the woman that got fired from her job, who's got a man that left her ass, and that's got 3 kids. However, it still doesn't work for them either. So y'all need to take a long, hard look here, folks, as you watch the chaos and the catastrophe of what you call the media as your support team. MSNBC? Let's talk another lie about how they were caught on a hot mic. I can't believe that anyone would vote for Herschel Walker. Are you kidding me? No, I can't believe anybody would consider voting for War Knock. Knock, 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 knock. Hey, everybody, it's war. War is here. War Knock. A preacher, a minister, which, by the way, you never trust a minister. They put themselves before God. So really take a long, hard look at what you thinking and what you voting for, yo. Because if you think that these folks are going to come at you and assist you, you're just a pawn in the chess game, fool. You're going right back where you belong once all this is done. And you'll be either the one killing people when they firing up the kilns, or you'll be the one in the kiln, depending on where you stand. Anyway, thank you for taking this moment to hear my, not even opinions, this is facts. Facts, 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 facts. All proven facts too. All proven in documentation on all the platforms. And just so you know, if you recall with Hillary Clinton and how she had to have her computer blacked out or whited out or something like that. Meaning everything in your computer you're able to obtain it again. Meaning every content platform that I've ever had, including my Snapchat, you are able to pull up and take a look at all of it. But guess what? The difference between me and the difference between you is I ain't got nothing to hide. Everything has been laid out in verbal form. I've literally restored every ounce of integrity in my life. Meaning it's not me that's the problem. It's you. Which is the song that Taylor Swift sings. Hey, it's me, hi. I'm the problem, it's me. Means you are the problem. However, you literally pull your husbands out now and your children and make them say, hey, it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. How psychotic are you? The only person that could do that and really get away with it with being humorous is someone who's been married happily to their husband for like 25 years. The rest of you, it just shows what pieces of crap you are. So you're literally calling yourselves out in every instance of every video you post, from your mind-mouthing routines that you do, to your walking in your sexy walk, which isn't really that sexy, to your attempts at stealing my energy to seduce people, to the chameleon activity that goes on from taking on the characteristics of people that you consider a mentor. However, it's not really mentorship when you don't embody the work. It's called chameleon. You got to get that right. Meaning sometimes people follow content secretly, especially these big time social media influencers, to copy. So how does she act here? And how does she act here? And how does she act here? Well, I can act like that because I'm an actress. I'm going to study her. And I'm going to be just like her. And then people will like me like they like her. However, the underlying experience is they're evil as shit. And that's how a chameleon works. It's why some people ask you to go to lunch, to plug in, grab the energy, leave you depleted, and then leave while you are left to battle once again, however, every time you win. I want you to know the normal state of existence this time is women battling women, meaning people that I have an inkling about that are good people. They will infiltrate the discussion to make me believe that you're attacking me with blows to the head, stabs in the back. Unless it's true. Because if you're literally sitting over there with a married person sitting next to you, what the hell is your fucking problem? You stay in your own lane, you focus on your relationship, or I'll be coming for that one too. Because if you ain't making your man satisfied, because you got a messed up mindset around what that even means. It's called partnership. It's called giving a shit. However, what the celebrity female is trying to employ upon you is that you are not enough and neither is he. However, they're over there trying to steal his admiration and worship. Then they stand on their little pedestals and tell you how hard they work as mommies. However, you're the mom that does the diapers and the bottles. However, they have a nanny that does that. And then they have that same child say in front of the mirror, hey, it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Oh my goodness, it's maybe time for you to really take a look and see what you're worshiping on the internet. Hey, it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Yeah, it's you. men wearing pro-choice, meaning he didn't never want to have kids. However, that one's going to find someone who's going to go up to him and get pregnant on purpose because he's going to create a brand for himself. And then at some point, he's going to realize at 8 months when his baby's in that womb, and the baby's going, "Hey, Daddy, I love you, Daddy. I love you, Daddy. Hi." Because they start talking about 8 months in the belly. That woman who we saw this morning on the TikTok feed knows her baby talks to her. "Oh, but he broke up with me because they weren't ever married and he cheated on her." Because for some reason, when a woman is pregnant, the man tends to cheat. I'm not sure what that's all about, because you men need to take responsibility in the fact that it's your responsibility to know when to keep your dick in your pants. I don't give a crap. We've already exposed the siren, haven't we? Meaning you're not self-aware. You only think with down here. However, that's the mind manipulation game that they've been telling you since the day you was born. There probably is 0 men out there that are faithful. Well, let's start seeing some action then, huh? We got a couple hands raised way in the back, because little do you know what us women who are single are dealing with are the rampant bullcrap of the men who go from one woman to the next woman while they're still with that one. And it's where it all began. So you need to take responsibility for that too. Back to discussing men while their woman's pregnant. 8 months decides that you're going to have an affair with some siren hoe. And instead of taking responsibility and being focused on the fact that you have a baby in here. One night you go out with guys at work and you meet some siren, and then she seduces you to going back to her house. And then you have an affair. And then all of a sudden you realize you don't want to be with the woman who's pregnant. You want to be with that one. And at 8.5 months, now the woman that you got pregnant with doesn't want the baby. So she decides she wants to have an abortion. However, the baby is still viable. So what they do is they take the baby, put him in a dark room, and then just let him die. Then take the body and utilize the body for specimen research. Wow, that's Democrats, huh? I'm so proud of our society as a human place. Can you imagine what China is doing? Can you imagine what these third world countries that have no laws like our laws are doing? And then guess where it all stems from? Abortion, 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 abortion. And don't get me started on the fact that we can go onto the Graham show and then what's her face can talk about abortion. But I say abortion and it's against community guidelines. If it's illegal for one person, then it should be illegal for all people. However, it is a definite example of what we're dealing with in society, as we are not in equal times. It's not race, you fools. Take a look at what equality actually means, because it ain't race. Y'all just using that as an excuse to get you jump off, black folk. We ain't enslaved times and we haven't been in years. Y'all just lazy as fuck. You don't want to work. And then you grabbed on to a latch of millennial fools who think slave is happening. However, none of them have had any type of bullcrap against them, except for the fact that they didn't get what they wanted. Because they weren't trained enough and they were lazy. And I've seen it in many outlets of my career in different aspects of a white person and a black person. But for some reason, it's mostly black people. Stereotyping, another word for racism. However, you like to jump off it as if it's the all get out racism. No, racism is what happened in the old days when it was white sinks and black sinks. However, it was only localized to certain parts of the country. And so, to be honest with you, I'm sick and tired of people like Denzel Washington and Oprah Winfrey standing up on that stage acting like they something special when all they are is a carbon copy of some bullshit lie they've been telling themselves for the last 50, 60, 70 years because they got low self-esteem. Yeah, caution to you, Denzel. Let's just remind everybody that by the end of his career, he was working out in Training Day. Let's take a look at how Oprah's career was jumped off of white people, and now she calls them white people, and that's not racist. However, when I was on her reality television show, the only reason they didn't choose me is because I was white. But you know, she's got billions and Denzel is in the high millions. But you don't see them going over to Africa helping those girls. Because she doesn't work. She doesn't have a job anymore. And she sure as hell doesn't go over there and help those people. It only has to do when publicity is around, you know. However, her bank account shows, and she has no children, by the way. Just in case I need $1 billion, I'm going to keep all my billions. Because I need a house in Miami, and a house in Chicago, and a house in California, and a house in the mountains, and a da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And by the way, we all did Scientology. However, we kept it a secret, and then blah, 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 blah. They all know the mind manipulation game, folks. And so do the Democratic Party. Now, the one thing, the difference between the two is the Republicans actually give a shit. They know how to manage money. They're honest with upfront with what their discussions are. However, the Democrats on the other side are only fanning you. How can I keep the fires out so I can look cool and win your vote? And you fall for it every fucking time because they're so damn charming, aren't they? But the reality is the only one suffering in the end is you. The only one really suffering in the end is you while they mind manipulate you into believing certain things. So the funny part about all of this, as you think I'm all riled up and I need to relax and blah, 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 you don't feel any energy coming off of me. This is fire in my own self, grounded down like earth. I ain't coming after nobody. That's the difference between you and me, is I'm so fucking self-aware that it blows your fucking mind. Not to mention I'm hot as shit, I'm smart as fuck, and I have so much to teach the world, but you gotta wonder why that I'm being silenced, huh? You gotta wonder why Gary Vaynerchuk is putting himself on that bullshit. Let's take a look here and see what the truth is. Because I work a 9-to-5 job, and let me think about the guy who left straight from work. Didn't wash his face? Dude, I'm sorry, but that shit was planted. That shit was planted so bad. Publicity for a sports team, promotion of the poor man, attempts with the Democratic Party. You couldn't take 10 minutes to go in the bathroom at the damn stadium and wash that shit off your face. Y'all need to get smart, get real, and realize what the fuck is going on here. The opportunities at this time are so unbelievable for all of us. However, they are trying to suppress you and the rest of these people. How many times am I going to have to tell you? I even proved it to you today with an Adam Sandler movie. Movies are real. Meaning there is a cancer treatment out there that doesn't pertain to chemo. However, they will lose trillions of dollars if they introduce it to you. So lives will be saved, but they would lose money. And they choose money over lives every fucking time. And don't get me fucking started on the other things that need to happen in order for you to cure from cancer. I mean, look how quickly they came up with the vaccine for, what's it called? COVID-19. Let's get real here. How fast was it that they came up? Where's the cure? They said instantly. Where's the cure? Where's the cure? Where's the cure? Where's the cure? All of a sudden they've got a cure. All of a sudden they got a vaccine. And then that one's got a vaccine, but they're competing against each other. And now in the beginning, you could get it if you wanted to, but then you didn't have to get it if you didn't want it to. And then we all got the vaccine, and then we all still got COVID again for the second time. I mean, come on, y'all. Like, get over yourselves. Like, be intelligent. Be intelligent and realize what this Democratic Party has done to us. Yet they're still floundering around trying to talk about hot mics. If you go look at Biden in the old days, and you go look at Biden now, and you're going to tell me that he's a strong individual? No, they are utilizing him as the pawn into getting whatever they need and desire, because he doesn't give a shit. He's like, what? Were they slipping it in your coffee? Were they putting the drugs in your high blood pressure medicines? It's an abundance of drugs that he's pooping himself at the podium. However, that's okay with you? As, what's her face? Whoopi Goldberg? You fucking idiot. You are the trashiest black person I've ever seen in my life. Patrick Swayze is disgusted by you. He cannot wait to call your ass out when you die, because you will die. You're gonna die, fly. See, there's some people out there who didn't make it and will not make it through this sequencing of eternal life. That's the secret. Never coming back, and you have no idea what's on the other side, and God said, I'm not allowed to see either. That's how bad it is. Because what you've done is beyond even his wildest dreams. Something I'd like to express to myself as a notification is, I'd like to listen to some calming music while I make these videos. However, because of your music industry in this platform, I'm not allowed to, or my video will be banned. Telling you how greedy you are as musicians. You already have millions of dollars. Your studio already has millions of dollars, billions and trillions of dollars. However, you don't want anyone else to feel free in music anymore. So for example, I would like to sit here and record a video and have background music, but YouTube in contractual agreements does not allow it. Not unless I pay. And then when you do put music in the background, you're utilizing Spotify. Now, Spotify has subliminal messages. But however, in Spotify, I only pay $11. Well, I think I'm on Apple right now, but I only pay $11 a month. I can't remember how much exactly that I pay. So I'm just curious how the celebrities, musicians are receiving the money off of the money that the Apple is getting paid from me to Apple, to the studio, to the musician. However, greedy musicians is self-centered with your music. Meaning, in the future, what's going to happen is they're going to take control of your music, like Taylor Swift had done with her version. The fact that she doesn't own the rights to her music does not make sense. It's like insane. However, that being said, at some point, you want people, like in the old days, you just, let's see. Ring around the rosies, a pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Okay, so at some point, someone wrote that song, and then they got paid for it somehow, whether it be in gratification of it getting around to the globe. And then that was it. And then everybody through the centuries through got to enjoy the music, like Michael Jackson. I mean, in 70,000 years, is Michael Jackson's Beat It song still going to receive royalties? Like, what in the hell? So someone in 75,000 years who never even knew Michael Jackson is going to receive royalties from a song that he wrote, that God wrote from 75,000 years ago. Meaning we'll be paying for that music until the day the world ends. The same thing with a patent. I mean, how much money do you think you deserve to be rewarded off of an invention that will never be evolutionized unless you evolutionize it? And no offense, but we need other people evolutionizing so there's wealth to go around for everyone and success to get us to the moon. However, that's how greedy you all are. It's not only about the greed, but it's about the power attached to the invention. Instead of getting self-gratification, you're looking always for external gratification, external validation. How do I look? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Learn how to have some sense about yourselves. However, most of you have no sense about yourselves. However, those are the ones that are being worshipped. And the rest of you are just afraid to say something. And then here we are again in the vicious circle of repeating the same fucking conversation that we had last week, last year, the year before, because none of you are willing to do any freaking work to advance society except for play the game of politics. And that goes for you, Gary, Chris Martin, and the rest of you fools. What's that hoe's name? Dakota? Oh my God, you have got to be kidding me. I think we're all here to see Chris Martin. Your relationship never worked. You are definitely polar opposites. She is weird as shit. He's different. It's like this. And then she tries to use her character that she played on 50 Shades to seduce people. However, just to let you know, you have to have a connection. So, Dornham, you were sexual for sure. And it was super awkward because it literally was like this. You know, that makes her chemistry, right? You do know that? You know that's what chemistry is. And I ain't talking about Dornham either. I'm talking about that hoe. You want to notice that the guys that I'm married to are all very different. However, they're all very the same because they're all loving and caring. And you get to learn how to be malleable in what they're up to. And you get curious, which is why this all works for us. Because we're all self-aware. We all know how to stay in our spaces and then come together in partnership. We also have trust for each other and what each one of us is up to. However, the world tries to dissipate the level of integrity behind our relationship. And I use that relationship because we're a squad. And then there is a jealousy attached to it because that's how insecure you are. And I'm going to tell you right now, these men would never touch you with a 10-foot pole. Not only that, if you were in this type of relationship that we're in, you would fucking destroy it. You would not be able to be adult enough to handle a relationship like this. You literally have to be professional in a way that's empowering with love. Because most of you don't understand what professionalism is. You think it's a facade. I'm Mr. Beast. I'm professional. Well, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's a role, the act that they're all playing. It's hilarious to watch, actually. Well, yeah, we're scumbags and we're trying to steal from all these people and then we're going to abuse animals too, Mr. Beast. Well, my name's Mr. Beast and somehow people like my content and there's kids watching this shit too. Well, golly gee, I wonder who let them watch that shit. Literally attempting to take out trusted professional brands like Blue Diamond, like Burger King. Did you know the Cassandra? The Cassandra comes from the croissantwich. My friend used to say it, Sheldon Witten. No, that was Travis Collier. Just to let you know, Sheldon Witten is a little black boy. And just to let you know, Travis Collier was a teenage black boy. And they're both still alive. But those were memories that were implanted in my lovely memory of high school and love of high school. Well, hi there. Wait, no. Light bright. Rainbow bright. Rainbow bright. Light bright. Sheldon. It's like the annoying shit is like so awesome. Travis Collier, this is Travis Collier. His best, I swear it was the best speech in history of speeches. Black teenager, valedictorian. Worked his ass off, studied hard. He's probably some doctor now. Actually, I think he joined the military. I think he's in the secret team. He's probably the CIA. He's very intelligent. He jumps off the stage and he's like, "What you say?" It's like, dang. No, I ain't talking about no Jordy Craven. Freaking jerk. Always thought she was better than us. So they said. Although she came out when she was doing her politics in middle school like an airplane. Zzz, fly high with Jordy. I said, that's good. I like that. I'm going to vote for her. I saw her at the high school reunion. She didn't even speak to me. Probably because she was so disgusted by what she had seen. I ain't never coming back to this thing ever again. This place sucks. However, it's crazy because I loved it so much in high school. So I'm like, what in the hell? However, I would go back just to hang out with my friends that I still talk to. I ain't saying y'all's name. There's only a bunch of guys. 1, 2, maybe 3. I told Becky Jones that I was going to write a novel and it was going to be, I'm going to be, a national best-selling author. And she kind of looked like this. Okay. And then went around and told everybody as I looked hot as shit in red pants. Showed up to the reunion with no one on my side, by myself, hanging out with the people that I used to like in high school. However, they talk shit about me now too, and I don't give a shit. You ain't up to nothing. Except except for talking shit and not doing any work to assist the situation. And that's what I'm talking about. Well, I'm just going to sit back and let her do everything. My dreams would be to be a ballerina. However, that didn't work out. Olivia. Anyway, we digress. You want to get the point of what I'm talking about. They may have tolerated me. However, that was not my experience. Was not my experience. I was thinking to myself, we've grown up together since we were in 3rd grade. I watched you not be able to walk, which was a blessing, by the way. Thank God I didn't have to go to that stupid thing. Thank God they caught me smoking in the bathroom, because guess what? Now I don't smoke. But it sure was fun getting in trouble like that. My mom was so mad. Oh my God. That's what life and learning looks like. Now it's all able to secret everything. No patrolling their children on the internet. Bullying within the internet system that leaves all these kids anxiety driven and then looking to social media influencers to assist them in healing. Are you kidding me? Meanwhile, the mom and dad is on the phone the whole time. Play my game. Oh yeah, what's up? Watching trash videos. Call the nanny, I don't care. Yeah, I got pregnant again because I want to keep my man. Plus, I need the money if we ever do get divorced. Yeah, I caught him cheating, so now he's gonna have to give me everything. However, I never worked a day in my life. You should see how he acts. Oh my God, I just want him to go away. That's the new relationship. Why are you even in a relationship? And then the guy's like this, oh, I'm afraid of her. Really? You're afraid of that? You were the star quarterback. You were in the NFL. You were in a freaking blockbuster movie. You have won Grammy Awards. What, are you afraid of the masses? Because guess what happens when a man and a woman gets divorced is they always blame the woman for some reason. No, they always blame the man. However, I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't never the man. At least not in Hollywood. Because they know better. They've seen other people go through it, and it's a freaking torture session when you have Jake Gyllenhaal strung up at a party with a noose. However, that ain't racist. Like nothing but hypocrites running the streets talking, but one meh. It's like, millennials are in the forefront, but that's not really what's happening in reality, just to let everybody know. Although it's bleeding into reality. And y'all ain't saying nothing about it. Democrats involved, Hollywood involved, social media fucking fueling the shit. I ain't gonna be the one to do nothing about it because I ain't got the power. No, I got the power energetically. But I ain't got the power because guess what? I'm in jail here. Meaning you have all kinds of potential to actually get some real movement and be friends. You got some real potential to develop people with the people that I know. You got some real potential with NFTs. However, every time you choose the Democrats. You got some real potential to create some powerful relationships with not only females, But with men and female in a work relationship, because that shit is toxic. Y'all all tapping into Britney Spears' talent as a performer. Then you took her out. I mean, it is mind-blowing to see what's going on and the acceptance rate of these fools. I'm laughing at Madonna in her video. I'm like, hello, have you not known Madonna your whole life? Yes, I have. I think it's amazing. I'm like, I'm going to go drink out of my dog's bowl. Women are powerful, but I'm sorry. Y'all are insane. It's like you're jokes. You're all a joke. It's a joke. Y'all are all a joke. I'm going to be I'm going to be a billionaire by the time I'm 30, one girl says. Who are you? Oh, because I'm going to go marry a rich guy. That's how. Look how hot I am. I want to be a trophy wife. You ain't that hot, girl. I'm going to tell you that right now. And you dumb men fall for it every time. It's like, are you, like literally in real time in the old days even, I'd be like, what in the hell does he see in that? And it's like an attractive woman. I have to tell you this. I used to say, if one of these guys met me in real life, they would literally fall over themselves for me. However, I never chased them like the other ones because I'm old-fashioned and I do believe that a man should let me know that he's interested because that's how much I respect people. Every time I meet a man and a woman who are married, I respect the woman, especially looking this hot. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, ma'am. Absolutely. I totally get that. What'd you say? La 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 to the woman. However, she's still abusive to me. Me and the man make a friendship, literally boundaries solid as a rock friendship. She's included in the friendship. There's only been one relationship that I can think of at this moment where it was a man and a woman where they got it. That I didn't want him. He's hot. He was charming. He was fun to be around. But it was solid, me and her. I wasn't going to hook up with him. I'm respecting my bestie. And they never tried anything. And they trusted each other to know that would happen. However, that's not what happens these days. If you have the inkling to share a romantic relationship with someone, I'm telling you right now, you risk it. Because especially if your man is like Blake Shelton, and you say, Blake is so aggravating me, opportunity for her. If you say, Gary is irritating me, and this happened in the bedroom, and this happened in the bedroom, and opportunity. They can also tap into the opportunity, for example, of yesterday's goofy talk about social media influencing, and I did this hump thing. It wasn't even seductive or sexual. However, Gary likes to look at me when I'm being goofy, and he loves me. He likes it, right? It's like funny to him, and our relationship's playful. So he's relaxing into it. Opportunity for some hoe to come violate him. It's a violation of his space. However, he doesn't say anything. So whose responsibility does it become then? Fearful? Not confident? Worried about money too much? Worried about business too much? I'm going to tell you right now, I would turn down $1 billion if I was being violated or my husband was being violated in a business operation. And that's a fact. No, thank you. I can tell what kind of relationship this will be. There's plenty of money out there. There's plenty of abundance out there. The only way I would cross that line is if I'm trying to find out more evidence to take them out. Just to let you all know. You guys fall for it every damn time. It's great. You're so stupid. You should read between the lines, folks, because you don't know how to do that. That's what it's like when you're in the mask or in the what's it called? The machine. Because if you don't think that there's a perfect team that's the Democrat and a perfect team that's the Republican, y'all are stupid. Because there are good people out there trying to do good things for humanity. However, oftentimes I have to show you the nasty shit. Show you the nasty shit. Show you the nasty shit. It's like constantly. Because y'all go right back to believing that charm and shit. Here it is. Here it is. Look. Look. Pay attention. Right now is the time to not let your guard down. So we do the hard work now so we can be easy later. The work works if you do the work and you use the work for integrity purposes of cleaning house, recreating, and being a good person. Do you know what it's like to be a good person? Well, I was abused. Oh, okay, well then you're the victim. Get the hell out of here. I'm a servant. Oh. No, you're a servant because you choose to be a servant. You choose to be a prostitute. You choose to be the victim. So make a new choice, because we're sick and tired of hearing you whine and complain about how you got the short end of the stick. I have to tell you that I think I got the short end of the fucking stick. They literally used colors from the outfits that I wore last year to make this year's product lines for clothes for y'all. The green shirt that I wore when I was cleaning my room, to the pink dress that I have. All my shit. However, they made millions and I made nothing. And then pranced my man around watching it all. Look at how cute I am in my outfit with no underwear on. What does that smell? It smells like fish. Oh, it's just Mona Van. She's got crotch rot. Do you know what crotch rot smells like? Crotch rot and Mona Van go together. It's like soury, nasty. It's because she let some dude with periodontal disease eat her ass out. You want to have sex with that, Gary? Go for it. But your dick sure ain't going in here. He says he didn't have sex with her. However, that's the message she constantly sends to me. You want to get that most of you trust the women over your men. And then when you trust the women over the men then goes find some other hoe to go hook up with. I told you in a previous video, all you have to do is sit back and wait. See, she wanted to flag my video to make it against community guidelines. However, it's too obvious it's her losing the game if that happens. However, it's happened in the past. Meaning they'll maliciously come onto my page, which is not violations against the app of TikTok, to cut out content. However, the content has already been put out into the ether. Meaning once you put a piece of content out, it's out there forever. However, I don't give a shit. I will post all kinds of things. I once was in my living room. Remember when I did this one? I filmed. I did this with, I'm always filming myself, by the way, because I'm honorable in my work. I don't like other people in the background because I'm honorable in my work because I have value. I don't need to tap in as an energy vampire into somebody else's energy space and violate them. So I'm sitting in the, was I in my underwear? I think I was in my underwear, which it was like a bikini. And then I looked back and I'm like, oh gosh. And then I ran around the corner. It was a humorous TikTok. I'm not sure which TikTok video that one was, but it was freaking hilarious. However, you all judged me for it. Just like you judge everything else. It doesn't matter what you put out as content, y'all. They are going to judge every damn thing that you put out. Everything. Every single thing. That means you have to go from that place of nobody likes me. Good. You got to go from nobody likes me to everybody likes me. Humbling it out. Boom. Nobody likes me. Everybody likes me. Boom. Humbled out. You know whose opinion I care about? God and myself. And then I find the people around me that I'm willing to work with. And the rest, I don't give a shit. However, I care so much of being in service. But you're going to do the work, not me. See, most people want the validation, right? It's like the mom holding the baby. Do I look good? Do I look good holding your baby? Sexual seduction, Emrata. I mean, what kind of mother does that to her son? That's like that's child abuse. That's molestation. They're literally filming themselves molesting their children. Nuh-uh. Yes, huh? It's on video, girl. Walking around with your ass out is molestation. No, seductively for men to watch you, which is why you're doing it. Molestation. Not to mention the filming of your child when they're sick is child abuse. However, you're like, no, I'm just really educating people on this disease while my son is dying. Now, there's a little boy on this app who's fabulous, and his mom would film him, and I'm going to just give it to her to say that she may have or may not have filmed him and then posted it later. However, I don't think that's the case. Because he was older, he's like 8 years old, so he had a mind to say yes or no. But you do want to realize that your children, the day they're born, they do hear everything you say. It's the subconscious creation. I mean, if your baby's lying next to you in the bassinet asleep, and you're fucking in the bed, then they know that you're fucking in the bed. There's a lot to discuss. I'm supposed to be committed to reading another chapter of Perfect Team. I want to promote a beginner book, which is really fabulous in any business, 12 and a half. We eventually, when you come and get me and we start doing seminars and stuff, we will be requesting that everyone purchase this book so we can do work off the book. Because you just don't write a book and do no work off the book. Especially when this conversation of the 12 and a half are so empowering and powerful in all situations. I mean, this is for the unself-aware individual to start becoming self-aware, and then you evolve into Baptiste yoga principles, which are the pillars, and then you do landmark work, and then you do all kinds of other work. Work works. All right, well, that's that for now. I will talk to you in the future.